getting downright dangerous on the streets of Pittsburgh as world leaders convene for a G-20 summit. Cops are firing rubber bullets, tear gas canisters, all to break up anti-capitalist rowdies. The protesters tossing trash bins, they're hurling rocks, they're breaking windows. Some of the demonstrators even tussling with riot police. At least 19 people arrested so far. And Rick Leventhal is live in Pittsburgh. So, Rick, what's happening on the streets at this hour?
Allison, a small contingent of Pittsburgh police officers just now breaking out some of their weapons and flex cuffs and manning the street here outside the convention center. There's a small group of protesters out here as well, but things relatively quiet, or very quiet, I should say, this morning. But the arrest figure that you gave is actually very, very low. The actual number of arrests yesterday was 66. 24 during yesterday's protest during the afternoon and 42 more last night. Let's get to yesterday afternoon's protest. Started in Arsenal Park, a group of about 500 people organized by the Pittsburgh G-20 Resistance Project. They brought these groups together and they did not have a permit. So when they began marching down here towards the convention center, the police blocked their path and began broadcasting over a loudspeaker, telling them they didn't have a permit, they needed to disperse, this was an unlawful assembly, and if they didn't, force might be used. They also used, apparently for the very first time in this country, a very high-pitched acoustic device that sent sort of a warbling, loud tone towards the protesters, which didn't seem to have much effect. So when they refused to disperse and at one point rolled that dumpster down the street, that's when the police officers began firing tear gas. And later, we're told, rubber bullets at other demonstrators who began breaking windows in another part of town. So there were some 5 businesses vandalized yesterday by these people, according to police, and 24 arrests yesterday afternoon. And then last night, as the president and other world leaders were meeting for dinner, another group of about 500 protesters gathered near the University of Pittsburgh and then advanced on the Phipps Conservatory where this summit dinner was taking place. And again, police told them to disperse. They didn't. More tear gas was fired, more rubber bullets were fired, and another 14 or 15 businesses were vandalized with glass being broken and that sort of thing. And again, last night, 42 more arrests. So, Allison, a busy night for police. Today we're waiting to see what might happen today.
All right, let's hope it's less busy, but it doesn't look like it. Rick Leventhal, thanks for the update.
Such a nice town. Let's hope they don't tear it apart, huh? We just mentioned these a few moments ago. If you missed this... we just mentioned these a few moments ago. If you missed this at the G20 protest video, Pittsburgh police giving the crowd a taste of the sonic cannon. These devices emit a shrill sound designed to help disperse crowds. Listen to this thing. I'm still sitting here.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's not pleasant, but it's not clear in the room.
Slightly annoying.
Right.
Sonic weapons have been used by the U.S. military overseas, most notably against Somali pirates and against Iraqi insurgents in Anbar province. Pittsburgh police believe it's the first time acoustic cannons have been used at a political protest in this country or anywhere for that matter.
We heard Rick say it wasn't that effective. All right, in the meantime, you know this story. A school sing-along has set off cries of protests from parents.